My wife asked my opinion on what job she should take but is mad at my answer. Why ask? My wife has 2 job offers right now. One is for less money, in a private company. One is for more, in a public company, with a pension. We weighed out the pros and cons. There are more pros for the public company. I told her I think she should do what makes her happy. She told me to give her the best answer career and financially, and I said the public job. She then told me I'm just saying that because I don't want her to take the private job. What's the point of these conversations? Are husbands expected to lie to make the wife feel better? Your retort: that's correct. Because the criteria we are using is best answer for career and finances. Then you can ask, what about the private company and job, as you wanting that? And the dialogue happens. I did. She said well, the private one would be easier. That was it. This might be stretch, but maybe she really likes the private job, but because it has less benefits she feels she has to do the public one. Her asking, maybe she was hoping that you'd say private so she wouldn't feel guilty about taking it. Regardless, she overreacted and needs to communicate better. Simple answer: no, you're not supposed to lie to make your wife feel better. However, it sounds like she already had made her decision in which job she wanted and was hoping that you'd come to the same conclusion after discussing the options together. As long as finances aren't a major factor, she should take the job that makes her happy, the private job. But she should have just communicated that's what she wanted from the beginning instead of trying to make it seem like a decision for both of you. Her happiness is number one. That's why I told her that up front. Told her what the better decision was financially, both now and having a pension, and for job security. Just tell her it's only your opinion and to take whatever job she wants. I don't get why she's arguing with you over this anyway. It's not really a wife versus husbands thing. Dude, this is not a why are wives like this problem. I'm a woman, and like many other women here, actually, many people in general, I do not understand what her problem is with the public job. And why did she get mad when you clearly listened with the seemingly correct answer? She overreacted. I'd quote to tell you. My wife, 34F, wants to get pregnant, but I, 40M, no longer want kids. I find myself in a bit of a spot. My wife and I have been together for 8 years and we have talked in the past about having kids. However, as I turned 40 this year, I thought about it really fucking hard and I no longer want any children. We haven't broached this subject in years and I feel she is running on past conversations. She got herself checked last month to see if she can have them. She can. Without talking to me about it, she has gone and stocked up on baby making supplies, for example, ovulation tests, special lube and the such. I am at a precipice. When I finally muster the courage to have this talk with her, I am afraid that I will destroy an otherwise loving relationship. I am afraid of losing my best friend and one of the few people who loves me. I do not know how to tell her that I do not want kids and have her not hate me for it. She wants a family and I cannot/will not give it to her. Any advice on how to stare down a barrel and have a relationship destroying conversation? Yes, it hurts even to type this in the void. Tell her now so she can find someone else before it's too late. Like, right now. Tonight. Agree. She's 34 and running out of time, especially if she wants more than one. Wow, 8 years. Just tell her. If you two are not on the same page, she needs to be in the loop. And if that means going your own way, you both need to have a shot to be happy. You're absolutely within your right to change your mind, but you absolutely should have told her as soon as you decided. You are making her look foolish preparing herself while you silently know you have no intention. It's incredibly selfish and dishonest of you to withhold such important information from her and waste her time if she really desires children. Tell her today. She deserves honesty. Wow. Sorry, but if she wants kids and you don't, this is deal breaker territory. If you stay together and she gives up having kids, she may end up resenting you. If you don't want kids, then you shouldn't have them. You'll have to let her go so she can meet someone who does want the same things as her though. How long have you known / realized you didn't want kids? Just this past year. I'm feeling my age. Despite the good example I had coming up, and I know now that I am unable to live / teach the same values / spirit that I had. I have too much anger in me to be a loving parent. I will not poison any child with what I feel towards the world. My childhood friend's family came into a lot of money recently and has decided to make his dream of studying in another country possible. Since then he has told everyone him and I, are in different leagues. I can't put into words the amount of hurt I feel right now. Growing up until recently, we were close. Basically joined at the hip. Financially my family did better, which seems to have been a bitter pill for him all this time. Who knew? I never flaunted in any kind of way in front of him or anything like that. He was family to him, clearly I must not have been. Recently his family came into a lot of money, I don't know how exactly, but he's finally going abroad to study, if COVID allows. I didn't know he was having get-togethers. I haven't been active on social media, and apparently he said something along the lines of if she saw she would get upset to our friends. I guess that's why they have been lying to me about their pictures. A while ago another childhood friend confronted me about what happened between us. I was completely taken by surprise. After another of his tirade about me and my family wealth and how we are in different leagues now, she said he seemed so bitter with me, and she and others were so speechless by his words and actions because we were the closest, almost like siblings. But these past few gatherings without me present and him going on a tirade or a snark remark about me or my family, has made everyone uncomfortable. They even asked him what happened, but he would tell them it's in the past or something like that. So they started just telling him to stop talking about me altogether. Trying to defend me would result in more slander, so a few friends from our circle stopped meeting up altogether. The sad part is, I talked to him just the day before on the phone. Everything seemed normal. He didn't mention his study plans, but everything else was fine. We talked, laughed and made promises to meet up. I'm not sure how to react to this. I just feel so sad. This is so sad. If he was hanging out with you despite all this resentment, it makes me wonder whether he was hanging out with you because you were useful to him, and now that he considers himself out of your league, you're no longer useful to him, hence he sees no need to keep up the charade of you guys being friends. Drop him and never look back. Fuck this guy. Sounds to me like he just has some personal issues to deal with. Good on your friends to stand up for you and recognize the truth. I know it hurts now, but betrayal can happen a lot in a lifetime, and it may be best to just ignore him and move on. Don't give him any attention like you used to, as he may use this against you or try to hurt you more. If he assumes you have moved on, he won't know how to get to you anymore. I keep wondering, what must I have done to incur that kind of hate / wrath from someone I considered family? For now, I have decided to simply go no contact with him. He's showing you his true colors. Believe him. There's no going back from that. When you find out the great friendship you thought you had turns out to be fiction, because the person he was showing you and the feelings he seemed to have were not his true feelings. He's been feeding this unhealthy resentment for years and festering in secret over insecurities you are not responsible for. To come back from that, he'd have to be willing to put in the work towards his own mental health, but he's not even at the point where he can realize he has a problem. There's no guarantee he'll ever come around to getting his head out of his bum and realizing it's not you, it's him. Trail sucks, but you learn from it how to recognize real friends from crap ones. He sounds like a small fragile ego on a power trip. Don't worry, they'll squander the money and he'll be back in your league in no time. Do yourself a favor though, and don't forget who he really is. He's a snake. Let him slither off.